Hey guys, hope you had a wonderful day. I was asked about gaps, creating a screen for gaps. What that means is the computer is going to do and find stocks that have gapped up or down in the market. So I'm going to go over the chart. Let's look at Apple and let's see if we found any gaps over there, and so you can get a good understanding of what gaps are like. All right, so let's look at this. See right here, all right, price gapped up. What does that mean? That means that some big, huge volume came into the market. It was so massive that price never went through the regular progression. So price was sitting at $96, and all of a sudden it's gapped up to 104. What happened to $97? What happened to 98, 99? You get what I'm saying? It just gapped up. All right. So when that happens, let us know that something huge is coming in the market, and we may have an opportunity to go ahead and take advantage of the trend to the upside. Same can be said for the downside as well too. Typically, when an asset gaps down, price eventually wants to come back and fill that gap. Okay, so let's look at it. Let's see if we can find a gap down. All right here. So we got a gap, price gap down. If you would have been running your scanners, you would have seen that this would have popped up. Okay, we gap down, and then we presume to go lower. And then what happened? Price rallied and it covered the gap. All right. So you see the covering. Let's see something. So you can go through the chart and you can look for gaps. We're on a daily, so this is a higher time frame. All right, so you see where I got the yellow arrow pointing, this gap. All right, now the thing is, this gap was never covered yet. Okay, so what does that mean? We possibly could come back down and fill this gap in and cover it. All right, so a long-term swing trader could possibly be looking for the opportunity for this asset, which is Apple, to make its way down to cover this gap. All right, so let's set up. All right, you can use Thinkorswim if you want to. I don't use Thinkorswim. I mean, it's a great program. I do have it on my phone, but I don't set up any screeners on there. Um, you can use the regular TD Ameritrade, and you can go to research and ideas, and you see screeners over here. You can click on stocks, all right, and it's going to bring you to this page. Now you want to create a screen, and we're going to select exchange, and we're just going to do the top three, and you're just going to click, hover, and highlight them. We're not going to do penny stocks, all right? So the OTCs, there's going to be penny stocks, right? And then we're going to select the sector. All right, you can do energy. So if you think of something about with oil, you can do oil if you want to. All right? If you want to do the financials, of course, you have your banks and all the other stuff. Okay. Then we want to go down here to price and volume. And here you want to do a gap up, gap down. You want to select it. All right. And so we can do the amount or the percentage. So this gap up greater than or equal to 10 cents, that means 7. So right here, 7 of them showed up for gap down. I mean, for gap up. All right. We can do a gap down. All right. 5. So let's run the gap up, and we're going to keep it 10 cent, or you can do 20 cents. All right, so 5 showed up to jump that much. 3, 30 cent, we're around 15 cent, 12, it doesn't matter, right? So what do we get? We do 20. Right, we'll stick with 10 cent. All right, so we got 7 matches. It'll highlight right here. Select 7. All right, so these are the companies that showed up. All right, so we're gonna go look at the first one, ESGR. Go to your chart, and you really want to see if there are any trading opportunities. And here we got, you see the gap right here. So it closed yesterday at $227.64, and then at the open it gapped up to 228. All right, so that's that little percent gap that it did. Okay, because typically when the next day candles are going to still be within the same range right here and build from here, but you see the little gap, just a little gap. So like right here, so on this red candle over here, you see the next day, you see how close it's tight with it, and it had some nice strong push. Okay, so this means some big institution, somebody came in. Retail traders cannot create a thick candle like that. It's only institutions. So institutions came in and looked like they did a bull trap on folks. All right, we just had a big strong push up. All right, and then up here you had a little range bound. I'm willing to bet that a whole bunch of people went long, and then I just got murked. All right, so it went against them. All right, look right here, gap up, price came back down, filled the gap. Okay, like it was a gap over here. Price came down, tried to fill some of it or whatnot. But yeah, this is a gap trading strategy that you can use. You can use it in any market virtually, but it works better in stocks. But you do see it sometimes forex and maybe some of the future accounts as well too. So think about it. But yeah, gapped up, went back to market structure. In this area over here, and possibly what we could see is some more bearish pressure come in the market and bring this back down to here. So I'm not gonna keep you long, but that's basically it. We do one more and we'll end it. Let's do WLTW. WLTW. Right. See what we had. We closed yesterday at $227.75. It gapped all the way up to 230, and boom, took off. Well, not really took off, but you get what I'm saying. Now, with your screeners, you can hit save the screen. So what's going to happen is every single day, no matter what, it's going to run uh, which stocks have jumped 10%. I mean 10 cent. All right, every day. So I'm gonna go back. So I hit save. Name it gap up. Gap up 10 cent. All right, save the screen. All right, boom, close. All right, I'm gonna go back to my screen list. Okay, so you see this right here. It'll say the last time it was used was today. Today's result 7. All right. Here I created this one on 8/20/21. The Bollinger Bands 1. All right. Today's result 189 stocks from the bottom. Went out the bottom of the Bollinger Band, and normally we try to use those to trade it back into inside the Bollinger Bands. We got some. I got a moving average crossover one to do it. So when you create a screen, guys, just go ahead, create the screen, and just start going through some of these, play around with them or whatnot. Make the mistakes. I hadn't really done a formal 100% in depth on how to do each one of them, but I just prefer you get out there, play around it. You got this weekend coming, just mess around with it, figure it out or whatnot. I'll decide if I'm going to actually create something more in depth. Most of I'm more of a crypto investor and trader or whatnot. I do stocks, I do own stocks, I do have dividend stocks, paying out stuff, but I don't spend a vast majority of time in the stock world. However, like I said before, I do take a couple swing trades here and there, take some option contracts out if I see something I like. But that's why I'm not in a bit hurry to do something in depth. But I am giving you this today, a little freebie, so you can understand how some strategies can work. And I want you to go out there and try to perfect it, get better at it, add more to it, do a little bit more research. I'm just giving you a little bit of nugget today to get you started and push in the right direction. All right, you can do dividends. You can see how much, 12-month dividend total frequency. Let's check this out. Never even did these, but regular scheduled dividends paid monthly. You got 391 companies that do that, and they all come up quarterly. 1,997 semi-annually. 474 annually. 369. We can view these, and you can create a screen based off of these. You get save or whatnot, and you can add all these to your watch list. So that's the beauty about it too. So all these will be added to your watch list. So you have to go in, you have to study and see exactly about this particular company and see exactly what they offer in their dividends. Take a quick snapshot. 6.5% institutions hold. 52-week was $1.88. 15.97 was its high. Yeah, they got a little news here or whatnot. You could do earnings. So it's not available. So some of them not going to be available. Some will. So you can look at the earnings and see what they are. And you would probably have to do some research, see what the okay, here are the dividend. So their payment was on April 27th, 2021. You had to own the stock by 412, and they paid out 2 cents. The annual dividend yield is 2 cents per share. So this is what you would get. So look for that when you're researching. Look for this. When you come to this thing, you pay attention to this and that. I do like to look at this. That tells me how many institutions. Institutions means that this is in people's 401ks, Roth IRAs, whatever, big retirement accounts, okay, corporate accounts. All right, 6.5. That's not a lot. Now, look at this, small cap. All right, a lot of small caps and mid caps got a lot of growth opportunities. The large caps, like big whales, take a lot of movement for them. Large caps are great for options. Um, so small caps, you're not going to have the liquidity for a lot of the options. Sometimes, like right here, this is a heavy day. 158,000 units move, right? So watch this. Let's look at Facebook. Look at the difference. 7.9 million. And that is considered a light day. So you see the liquidity? This is a big boy. This is the whale. This is the look at this. Institutions holding 78.5% institution. This means that whatever the institution that's holding this have faith that this is a long-term hold. Okay, that means it's going to be in retirement accounts. They know all that, right? So these are things that you look for. Now, look at this price. Who wants to spend $377.87 to buy one share of Facebook, knowing that at one point in its infancy, it had started out around $38, and then at one point it had dropped to $14 in its earlier years, and eventually it rallied, to this point. So the average person come in doesn't have a lot of money. 377 will be a lot, right? However, you can take out option contracts and you can benefit for its growth. All right. So even this amount of growth doesn't look like much, 0.3. That's not a lot, right? However, in the option world, it is. So the day's high was 379, and the day's low was 376. So what is that? $2 and change movement. It doesn't seem like much. In the option world, it is. Right? So I hope that helps. You get a snapshot of what screeners can do. Use your tools, make it easy. Develop your own plan, stick to the plan, continue to work it. Everybody keep jumping from strategy to strategy. All strategies work. What doesn't work is people lack of risk management and not understanding their psychology, their emotions, and they get the best of it. Um, Everything takes time. Stop trying to rush the process. Uh, Continue perfecting your craft, but at least stick to one thing before you jump on to the next. All right, and it's different tools. There's different things that we can use on the chart or whatnot. I believe the most easiest for you is going to be the engulfing bar. So look at the engulfing bar. So like I mentioned before, I will look at maybe giving out a strategy packet, see if that works. Um, I built my wealth in crypto, so I spent a lot of time over there. However, stocks have been good to me. I still get paid on dividends on holding stocks, so they've been good to me. So I always have respect for the stock market. But I'm in crypto and I love it. It's a growth sector, so it's for me. So if you're watching, uh, you can visit Dark Horse Coins. Membership is still open. We will be providing content to where you can download and you can purchase things on the site. But for right now, we're in our membership packet, and our membership um, will be ending in October. So right now, and we just dropped $50, so it's 350. I mean, it's 300. Was 350. All right, just go through. We'll teach you technical analysis, how to navigate crypto exchanges, how to build objective personalized investment plans. We got unique investment strategies as well, and we continually adding strategies to help people with different cycles of the market understanding. We also teach you about blockchain technology, how to research all that stuff. And of course, you get access to live trading sessions, live Q&As or whatnot. So, yeah, so I hope y'all have a great day. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I look to provide more content for you guys. Have a great one.